absolutely. I'll be an example first, and Andre, why don't you do the agent?
Okay, do we want to do a call or do we want to do the objection handlers?
Prima, what do you want?
Let's do the call.
Okay, let's do both. Let's get both done today. All right, let's get through this. I have till 9 o'clock. Let's shotgun. Let's get a lot of value going so everyone can hear it. Patricia, this is probably a little bit advanced for you, and probably not something you're going to be comfortable with just yet, but it's good to kind of hear, and it's good to kind of know what you're building up for and kind of to get an idea of that process. For some of you guys that are more advanced, it's going to be right down your alley. So, Andre, I'll go ahead and kick it off. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, this is Jordan speaking.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, my phone rang. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I had to mute.
All right, ring, ring.
I had a little distraction. Let me put it on mute. All right.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring, ring.
No, if I'm agent, I'm ringing you in.
I'm the agent.
Okay.
Ring, ring,
hello?
Ring.
Are you guys getting feedback from mine? I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm looking for Andre.
Speaking.
Hey, Andre, my name is Jordan Camara. I'm a local realtor over here with Camara Group. And I was just giving you a really quick call because I seen your home came off the market and I just had a call and ask. What that home not sell?
Man, you guys keep calling me. But man, you should ask my agent, Jordan.
Okay, you know what? Actually, Andre, that was the reason why I was reaching out is because it shows that the home was actually expired off the market. And as of right now, it's no longer for sale, which is very concerning. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, my agent said something about I was probably gonna get a lot of phone calls, but we were thinking of probably going back with him. He did let us know though.
Yeah, you know, when a home comes off the market, you know, agents are like rats, and you know, they'll come out of the woodworks and they'll definitely disturb you and they'll be blowing up your phone. And I get all that. But Andre, I do see that this home was on the market for about 84 days before you guys expired. And I've seen other homes selling for a little bit higher. So when you had your home on the market, were you getting any showings?
When we had it on the market, we had like, I think 6 showings in the first few days, and then it was like a showing a week for the remainder.
Okay, awesome. So you did get some people coming through your doors and a little bit of traction in the beginning. They kind of slowed down. Now, when the showings were happening, especially in the beginning, and you guys were getting kind of this influx in showings, was your agent, were they collecting feedback and kind of relaying what was keeping them from making maybe offers or the right offers?
They just kind of told us that that everybody liked the house, but I mean, nobody wrote an offer. So that's pretty much all they told us.
Gotcha. Do you know by chance that they actually called those agents to get that feedback?
Honestly, off the top of my head, I don't.
Okay. So, you know, communication is very important when dealing with these type of situations. And if all of the buyers are coming through your door and they're not buying for a specific problem, that would be really, really nice to know. So that we can make a change, and especially knowing that a home only sells for 1 of 3 reasons: how it shows, how it's marketing, obviously the price. So if you don't mind me asking, Andre, how did you pick the last agent you were working with?
It was a referral from a family friend.
Okay, a referral from a family friend. Okay, do you think it did a good job for you?
Yeah, you know, I don't, the guy, I mean, he did his open houses, did everything, but like this market is just so tough to sell a house in. And I kind of feel like it might've been a little bit bad luck for him, to be honest, with the interest rates, you know, going up 2 times when we had the home on the market. So, you know, I mean, I felt good with his job, but I also feel like he got dealt a bad hand with the market that we're in.
Yeah. And so, you know, one of the big concerns that I have with you, Andre, is for your situation is, you know, the market has changed and the interest rates are really high and they only keep creeping forward. So the big concern is if you didn't know how to handle and negotiate and market the home to get it sold with 5% interest rates, my concern is what is he going to do at now 7.5% and 8% interest rates? And there are a lot of homes, despite the market and what's going on with the media is portraying, there are several homes that are selling for in 30 days or less. So Andre, what I'd really like to do for you is I'd really like to just come by the property for maybe 15 minutes, walking from a buyer's perspective so I can help you understand exactly why the home didn't sell. Once again, it's only going to be for 1 of 3 reasons: how it shows, how it's marketed, the price. identify why your home didn't sell. It could be one, it could be two, it could be all three of those. I won't know until I get there. And then give you a game plan moving forward to get the property sold, whether you'd like to use my services or your previous agent, but at least you can go ahead and hold them accountable. Is tomorrow at 6:30 maybe a good time just to kind of stop by really quick for about 15 minutes or so?
That shouldn't be a problem. I just have to talk to my wife real quick, but yeah, I don't see that being an issue.
Yeah, totally, man. Happy wife, happy life. I totally operate under that same concept. And I'd be in the doghouse if I just invite a random stranger who called me on the phone and didn't run that past my wife. Now, my calendar does look up quickly, Andre, and I really want to make sure we get to you right away so that at least you can make an educated decision whether you want to go back on the market or if it makes sense not to go back on the market completely. So why don't we go ahead and lock in tomorrow at 6:30, and after talking with your wife, if she says that it's a problem or doesn't work, we can just call back and we can either reschedule or cancel. And then if it does work, then I can go ahead and keep you in my appointment calendar. We can go ahead and meet at 6:30 and figure out what went wrong and how to get this property sold.
Yeah, we can do that.
Awesome. Well, hey, Andre, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to seeing you at 6 o'clock. I would love to send you some information prior to our appointment that will help you get a better understanding of how we operate and what to expect. What's the best email address to go ahead and send that over to?
You can do andre@andre.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andre. You have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk with you soon, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Idea with any feedback you guys have? The harsher, the better. Travis?
The only thing I thought of was the beginning.
Your mic's muted.
Oh, sorry.
Forget because you're in front of me. So the only thing I was thinking was the beginning where you kind of he mentioned the calls and you kind of I thought went backwards, didn't address the calls first and then address like who or the actual home didn't selling kind of thing. That was the only thing that I kind of noticed. But I appreciate you addressing the market part because I told Andre to bring it up because that's the one I've had the most recently.
Nice. Anyone else? Well, I'll be honest with you. The reason why I didn't address it right off the bat, right, is because obviously he's frustrating. I just want to keep getting on. I want to get some information. But when he did it twice, I realized there was going to be no getting around it. So then I did have to hit the head on. But I'd rather not focus on the negativity. I'd rather hear the negative. Oh, I'm getting all these calls. And then, hey, why didn't your home sell like that? And then if they're going to keep up with that, then you do have to address it. But what I find is you don't want to ignore a concern. If he said, well, it was my agent, and then I just moved on, that would be bad, in my opinion, right? If he said, because, the seller died, that would be bad, right? You'd want to address certain things if there was like merit and it was like serious. And maybe you'd want to address it head on anyway, but I just wanted to give you guys a little context of why I did what I did.
That makes sense.
Andre, you got anything for me?
No, I was just gonna say the same thing that Travis said. One thing I noticed that you did at the end was what's a good email.
Yeah.
I think that's really good because if they cancel the appointment, at least you have that information so you can put them on a newsletter, or you can still give them item of value because like they say, we have to touch on them 7 to 9 times before we get them to commit. So I thought that was a really good add-on at the end.
So a couple of things that I feel, right? I feel like I need to get to it quicker. It took me too long to really get into the rapport and get the conversation going. It needed to happen sooner. I might not have had that much time if someone was getting pounded by phone calls. I don't think that. Now, Andre, naturally in your personality, you're like a talker, a listener, a communicator, but usually when you're answering these phone calls, it's very quick, right? And anything that's not what they want to hear could lead to a hangout. So I think I should have been able to get into that sooner. I think it took too long for my personal opinion. Number 2, I think you were too nice to me. I think you would have been a little bit harsher dealing with a normal seller. And I think I would have really had to fight that. I don't know if that phone call truly would have led to an appointment. I think at the end, I started to get more comfortable, started to get back in tune with my skill set. And it took pretty long for one.
Yeah, well, my biggest thing is it's your first call or first time doing expireds in like over a month. So I would never want anybody to
Challenge me next time. Come at me harder next time.
I can. No, that's perfectly fine. But
All right, Travis, why don't you go? I'm feeling on the hot seat. Travis, why don't you go? Give me everything you got, as hard as you got. Let's go.
So you're the agent again, you want me to be
Yeah.
Camara? Okay.
And meet your mic too, please.
Oh.
Sorry. Okay.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Travis.
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Travis, how's it going? My name is Jordan Camara. I'm a local realtor over here with the Camara Group. And I was giving you a quick call because I just noticed your home on 123 Smith Street came off the market. And I just had to call and ask, how in the world did that home not sell?
You know, man, I've been getting a bunch of calls from you guys today. We're just going to take it off the market for now.
Okay. Hey, Travis, I totally hear what you're saying, man. And I can definitely hear the frustration in your voice. I just have one quick question for you. If I was to bring an offer you like yesterday, you guys were still planning on moving, right?
Yeah, that was the plan, but you know, we have this house, we can just rent it out for right now. You know, the rental market's pretty good. We have another property that we're currently living in.
Absolutely. And options are best, Travis. And it seems like you guys have a lot of options. It seems like you guys definitely don't have to sell the properties. And that's a nice place to be in. Now, Travis, I do just have one question. If this property did sell, where were you guys planning on going with this?
Well, not really going anywhere. We have another home that we're currently living in. We're just trying to, you know, capitalize on some equity and, you know, not have to be a landlord again and rent this property out.
Yeah, that could be frustration, especially if you don't get the right tenant. And, you know, to be candid with you, Travis, with all the changes in the market and the changes in the equity that a lot of the sellers have, some of my landlords are feeling that keeping these properties a little bit problematic. So I know you don't want to rent the property or be a landlord again. Is the only reason why you're deciding to do that is because you didn't get the offer you're hoping for?
Yeah, essentially we didn't get what we were looking for, and you know, agent was just telling me that the interest rates have gone up, so we might have to lower price, and we're pretty firm on that.
Yeah, a lot of agents in this market, they're struggling to handle the changes in the market and the interest rate and still driving buyer demand, although it's not as high as it once was. But Travis, I'm sure you're seeing on Zillow and things around your neighborhood that a lot of homes are still selling in your area, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. I've seen some sold homes in my area.
Yeah. So, that feedback doesn't seem all that logical when you really dissect it and go a little bit deeper. So my question to you is, did you guys get any offers when you had a home on the market? Just they weren't what you were asking, or you just didn't get any offers?
No, we didn't get any offers. We had a good amount of showings, I feel like, in the first 30 days and open houses, but then it kind of just dried up.
Yeah. So you guys kind of started out strong and then it kind of faded away, which is obviously not good. Now, when you guys were having these showings, was your agent, calling those agents and then communicating with you on why they said they didn't make an offer?
Yeah, from all I know, he did. He gave me feedback that the price was a little higher. They wanted a bunch of credits if they were to make an offer. But yeah, that's pretty much it from what I heard.
Yeah, that's surprising to hear because, like I said, if they wanted those things, usually they would still make an offer. So, Travis, I specialize in these type of properties, and I'll be honest with you, the feedback and the excuses that you receive, it's just things that are not really seen in this type of market. And the only reason why a home doesn't sell is one of three reasons: how it shows, how it's marketed, and how it's priced. And with me seeing homes in your same area and homes selling for even more than what you have listed for yours, it definitely doesn't seem the price. It seems to be more about the marketing than it's there. I would love to stop by for about 15 minutes or so, walk to your home from a buyer's perspective. I'll be able to identify exactly why this home did not sell and give you a game plan moving forward to get the property sold. Now, Travis, I know you don't have to sell this property. You made that loud and clear. And I just want to make sure that you're truly assessing all your options and know what's possible, and to make sure that maybe you just didn't get with the wrong approach and the wrong perspective and the wrong agent. And by making a subtle change, maybe you could get this property sold, net the money that you want to net, not have to come down on your price, and not have to be a landlord and risk these people not treating the home like you would, and risk that your equity is going to diminish even more as this market continues to come down.
Yeah, man. I mean, it does sound good because, if not, I'm going to be looking at some rental applications here pretty soon.
Yeah. So I'm not saying don't rent the property, Travis. I'm not saying that at all. I want to give you some options. Options are always good. And then you can make an educated decision from there. But what I'm hearing does not sound right. I want to break it down, give you more clarity, show you what's possible. At the end of the day, if you want to rent, go ahead and rent. But if it makes sense to get this home sold, I do want you to have the confidence to know that we can get this property sold for you. So I could pop by today around 3:30, 4 o'clock, or if tomorrow around 5 or 6 works better for you, you tell me, Travis.
3:30 works fine today.
Perfect. Well, hey, I'm excited to meet you. The email address, I have the proven
Yeah.
plan, and the call.
Yes.
All right, Andre, any feedback?
I don't think he's
Karima, any feedback? Travis,
I
any
think it was
feedback?
really smooth. I think it was really smooth. And then
Sorry, Grimmy, go ahead.
this time you wasn't as long-winded as you were last time. I think it seems like you got to the point faster like you wanted. So I think it was like a really smooth call, even though Travis was trying to be difficult.
I think Travis could have been even more difficult. I would like to see even harder, but here's one thing I did notice, and I want you guys to all pick this up, right? In the beginning, I talked really fast because as soon as Travis answered the phone, he told me he was a driver. He told me that he's been dealing with bullshit. He wants to get off this phone as quickly as possible. You know, like he told me that he was not in the mood. So I wasn't gonna sit there and be like, oh, hey, sir, how's your day? You having a good one? That's not gonna fly. So I started talking really fast because I knew I only had so much time. So I was telling you what, understanding your client and who they are right off the bat is probably the number one thing you can do to be successful on these calls. If you get an old lady and she goes, hello, you know her grandkids have probably not visited her. Her kids have probably not visited her. She's probably fucking dying for someone to just sit there and talk to her. And I'm gonna talk very less about real estate. I'm gonna start talking to her about her life and what's going on and how long she's had the property and, you know, what are the most important things to her in the property that she thinks someone would be interested in. That's a whole different conversation, right? If someone's just talking about interest rates and, you know, percentages of the price dropping, all that, I know they're more analytical, and I'm just gonna talk to them about, hey, where the list to sell price ratio is and what's going on. You gotta know those numbers, luckily I do. But you gotta know who you're talking to. So I'd say that's the number one thing if you guys want to be successful on these phone calls. Know who your client is, understand them. And I understand that a driver, someone who's very direct, wants the fucking answer. They don't want the labor pains, they don't want the streaming, they don't give a shit about that, they just want that baby. They'll come and get me until that baby's here, right? I don't care about the labor pains. That's a driver. So I hope you guys picked up on that. Travis, it looks like you're about to dish me some feedback. What do you got for me?
The
Only thing I would think is towards how you started being a driver and then you kind of peeled back the onion, slowed down a little bit.
But the only thing I would say is that when you said, hey, I know you don't have to sell, like, you made that loud and clear, I really like that. And you went into the whole breakdown, but I was like, well, yeah, if not, I'm gonna be looking at some rental applications, and you kind of went long-winded again when I felt like you could have just asked right there for the appointment and I gave it to you, but that was all.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do there, right? I didn't want to underestimate the rapport that I built.
Yeah.
And let them know that I still hear you. Like the whole mission of my conversation was I hear you.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a landlord, you don't have to sell. I want to make it very clear that he knew that I was listening to him and I heard him. So in the end, I felt like I could just close on the appointment. I was torn between a rock and a hard place, as I didn't know if I had enough rapport with him and enough understanding with him that he would actually commit to that appointment and not cancel it. So I thought maybe going one layer deeper and once again on the rental application and just, I know options and all that. I just wanted one more opportunity for him to know that I hear him and understand him. Maybe I took that overboard and maybe that wasn't necessary. But at the same time, I don't know if that would, in that situation, kill my opportunity. So I thought it was a win-win scenario. If I got long-winded, it's not going to cost me with win. If I did get long-winded, it did resonate with his heart, then I would for sure get him to commit. So that's kind of why. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, just saying where it was at. Okay, well, let's get some other people on here. Karima, you were on the objection handler last time. We're going to go through some objections. I actually got to hop off. I got a phone call I got to hop on. But Travis and Andre will run through some objections for you, and let's see how you do, okay?
Okay, I will give objections. Travis, you want to hear some really good news?
Yeah.
So my client's mom's gonna purchase Enrico non-contingent now,
Oh, lovely.
and then we're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell the Princeton property at the same time, but they're gonna purchase it. So they're gonna close. They'll close in the early, middle of December.
Congratulations, bro. That's always a nice one to have. You don't have to continue.
And when this one goes through, you know what that means. Got the monkey off my
Masters?
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the Masters monkey off my back. All right.
Hey, I want you guys to get some action too. Let it go about 15 minutes later, go like 9:10 or
Yeah.
however needed. But I want you guys to warm up too. But let's get Karima going so she gets some value
Okay.
out of this.
Karima,
All right, guys.
hey,
Anyways, let's go, Karima. We'll have Andre get back on, but let's start with a couple objections, right?
All right.
Okay. So hey, Karima, we're just gonna take the property off the market for a while.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, and oh gosh, I'm sorry. And yesterday, if I brought you an hour that you, yesterday, if I brought you an offer that you liked, you were still going to move, right?
Correct.
So what if I take? What about we meet and we get together for 15 minutes, and if we sell, we sell. If we don't, then it was just 15 minutes of your time.
No worries. So let's try it again. You want to? So ask me that one. So go ahead.
Okay. Hey, we're just gonna take the home off the market.
Hey, no worries, Karima. I hear what you're saying, but if I brought you an offer that you liked yesterday, you were still planning on moving, right?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, well, hey, let's just meet for 15 minutes after I show you my aggressive, proven plan. If it makes sense, we sell. If it doesn't, it was just 15 minutes of your time. How's that sound?
That sounds really good. Yeah, I forgot to put the aggressive, proven plan.
Yep. You want to give them some value in that too. And then also what I like to do in that one, because it kind of breaks up for two questions, you can, if you feel like you can build rapport in the middle of that, you could do that. So be like, hey, so Karima, I hear what you're saying, but if I brought you an offer you liked yesterday, you were planning on moving, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, where were you planning on moving to?
We're going to go to Santa Cruz.
Oh, Santa Cruz. I love Santa Cruz. Now, let me ask you, is this the only thing holding you back from getting to Santa Cruz is selling this property?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, how about this? Let's meet for 15 minutes. I can show you my aggressive proven plan. If it makes sense, we sell. If it doesn't, then it was just 15 minutes. How's that sound?
That sounds really good. Is there no plan in here? I'm on the
But yeah, so that right there is like an easy one, because then you can add a little rapport in there, talk about Santa Cruz. It might loosen them up a little bit, and then say, hey, perfect. Well, hey, how about this? Let's just meet for 15 minutes. I'd like to come by your home and look at it from a buyer's perspective and show you my aggressive proven plan. If it makes sense, we sell. If it doesn't, it was only 15 minutes of your time.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and let's do it again. Let's go ahead, and if you need to read through it a couple times, we'll go ahead and do it multiple times. So, all right, we're going to take the home off the market.
Hey, and I understand where you're coming from, but if I brought you an offer yesterday, you were still moving, right?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay, and where were you planning on moving to?
Well, we have some family up north in Oregon that we were thinking about, getting closer to. So that was kind of the plan once we sold this home.
Oregon, that's great. I have in-laws that live in Oregon myself.
Oh, nice. What part of Oregon?
Climate Falls.
Oh, okay. I haven't been there personally, but everywhere in Oregon seems to be gorgeous.
Yes. Very nice place. So is selling this home the only thing that's holding you back?
Yeah, I mean, this is literally the last thing we have ties with in California. Once we get this sold, then we can move up closer to our family up in Oregon.
Okay, well, I want to help you with that. So let's do this. How about I come over for just 15 minutes of your time and I show you my aggressive plan on how I can sell your house. And hey, if we sell, we sell. If not, it was just 15 minutes of your time. How does that sound?
That sounds good, actually. All right.
Perfect.
See, yes, you did way better. And see how you're able to add a little rapport to make yourself comfortable that you're not going on a script, right? Because that's all things. Like, yeah, we want you to know this stuff, but we also want it to be like, just a conversation. It's a trigger. So once you hear, hey, we're going to take it off the market, boom, it leads you into that, but you want to, see opportunities for some other ones. So let's go ahead and do it one more time.
Okay.
All right. So, hey, Karima, we're going to take the home off the market.
Oh, okay. But I understand that. But what if I came with you? What if I start stumbling?
You're good. We're gonna take the home off the market for right now.
I totally understand. But what if I came yesterday with the offer that you like? You were still moving, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what if I came over for just 15 minutes of your time to show you my aggressive proven plan to help that will help you sell your home? Would you be interested?
Yeah. I mean, if you have something else that you can do that's different, I'm trying to sell this home. So
I specialize in homes that haven't gotten sold, so I can come over and then, hey, if we sell, we sell. If we don't, it was just 15 minutes of your time of me showing you how I can make a difference and help you sell your house.
little wordy at the end. It was just 15. If not, it's just 15 minutes. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. Absolutely. Hey, it's progress. It's practice. It's practice. So let's go to the next one. So I just want you to read through it. Okay. So we'll read through it the first time, and then I'll read through it back to again, and then we'll do like an actual call here. So, all right. So hey, we've already chosen another friend in the business.
Okay, yeah, I gotta refresh on that one. I think it was okay, and okay. We already chose another friend.
You're good. You can read off of it.
I can appreciate.
Oh, I don't even use that first line. The have you signed an agreement with them? I just go straight. Hey, I can appreciate that. Let me ask you a question after being on the, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate that. Let me ask you a question. After being on the market for 6 months and knowing what you know now, wouldn't it be worth 15 minutes of your time to, 15 minutes of your time to hear a different opinion and a fresh approach? It will only be 15 minutes. Are you free this afternoon?
Okay, let's go one more time. We've chosen a friend we've chosen another agent.
And I can appreciate that, but knowing what you know, being on the market for the past 6 months and knowing what you know now, wouldn't it be good to hear a different opinion and a fresh approach? We can meet for 15 minutes of your time. I can show you my aggressive proven plan, and hey, it's only 15 minutes of your time.
You're good. You're good. So let's go through it. We're going to just say it. You can read it right off the thing. I want you to be able to hear it, and then you can say it again. So go ahead. We've chosen a friend in the business.
Hey, I appreciate that. And let me ask you a question. After 6 months on the market and knowing what you now know, wouldn't it be worth your time for a different opinion and a fresh approach? It will only take me 15 minutes to explain this. Are you free this afternoon?
Perfect. So go ahead and ask me that one.
Hey, we already chosen a friend as our agent.
All right. Hey, and I can appreciate that, but let me ask you a question. After being on the market for 6 months and knowing what you now know, do you think it'd be worth 15 minutes of your time to hear a different approach or a fresh new opinion and a different approach? It'll only take me 15 minutes. Are you free this afternoon?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and say it one more time. Let's go through it one more time, Karima. So, hey, Karima, we've already chosen a friend in the business.
Hey, and I can appreciate that, but after being on the market for 6 months and knowing what you now know, wouldn't it be worth it to hear a new approach and a different opinion? It will only take 15 minutes of your time. Are you free this afternoon?
Boom, that was way better, way smoother. I like it. Good work.
Look at the script. That's what happens when I look at the script because it's tiny. It's on my phone.
Yeah, hey, you just go through what you know and try to piece it together, make it a conversation. And like I said, it doesn't have to be word for word on what's the script. It's just a roadmap. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it's just
Travis?
there to give you those questions. What?
Hey, Travis, knowing what you now know after being on the market for 6 months, wouldn't it be worth just 15 minutes of your hot time to hear a different approach or a fresh new opinion? It'll only take 15 minutes. Do you have time this afternoon?
Oh, absolutely. For you?
I know I flip-flop the two, but here's the thing, Karima, where I think that sometimes a lot of agents make the mistake is the client does not know if you said it 100% correctly or not.
Yeah.
And so when we're saying it, sometimes we could psych ourselves out and say, oh, well, I didn't say it the right way. I'm screwed. Well, they don't know because it isn't a test, So as long as you can get it out, the biggest thing that I think Travis can agree on and Jordan could probably agree on too, is like putting yourself out there and taking action is the best way that you're going to get real life experience. It's going to be a lot easier on your 1,000th phone call than it is going to be on your 10th phone call. Right. And so just remember, even though you're practicing on us, even if you don't say it correctly the right way, say it with confidence. Because guess what? When you do that, when you're talking to the consumer, they're going to mirror, or you're going to build confidence in them, even if you don't have it 100%.
Definitely.
And the worst thing to do is to make yourself sound like a script when you're on the phone with a client. You know, they're obviously not going to know, but they can tell if it is. You know, like if you're going through it, you're just like, you know, and then they'll be like, oh, well, this person isn't confident in what they're saying.
Yeah. And if you know, that's the other thing too, is you just want to make sure that you essentially just want to make sure that like you're having a conversation. You know, some of my best phone calls, and I think you would agree, Travis.
Absolutely.
So I'd say some of our best phone calls are just people that we end up like just having such a good time talking to on the phone, that we've asked them so many questions. We've learned so much about them that when they get off the phone, they're like, wow, I just talked about myself for 15 minutes, but man, that was such a great phone call. I didn't even get to know anything about them. Like, that's where we want to be. We want them to talk about themselves. And we want to have just a genuine conversation, because if I call Travis and I go, Travis, this is Andre Rocha with Banana Realty. I saw your home came off the market. Would you like to put it back on? Like, who's going to respond to that, right? But I say, hey, Travis, this is Andre from Banana Real Estate. Sure, you've been getting a lot of phone calls in regards to your home expiring off the market, but I'm very familiar with the area, man. I had to call and ask, like, how in the world did your home not sell?
Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Conversation, robot. You know, we want to have a conversation and not sound like a robot.
Okay.
Yep. Boom. Phil, that was pretty good. We got those two down. Do you want to go through, do any more, Andre, or want to hop on some calls?
So I say that we can just go do a shotgun between objections. We can each go, we can pick an objection and get it done and then get off. I have a listing that I'm going to be putting on the market tomorrow. Travis has Clearwater Creek that he's putting on today, right?
Correct.
Okay. So we will have some open house opportunities. I'm going to be Saturday from 11 to 2 on mine. Travis, you're going to be doing Saturday, correct? And is Bella going to do
Saturday from 1 to 4.
And is Bella going to do your Sunday?
She hasn't confirmed, so if it's available, Kareem, if it's in Manteca on Union and Clearwater Creek, so it's local, and it's a pretty nice house.
Yeah.
And then it's in the area that you door knock to, Kareem, and then mine's in Manteca as well too, off of Trailwood. So we'll have some opportunities available. Travis, where were you when my home was on the market?
Hey, that's a great question. You know, I was busy fulfilling the promises I made to my sellers to show, market, and sell their home. I didn't even realize your home was on the market until it expired. That's crazy, right? Now that's exactly why we should get together, go over a 19-point marketing plan. And if it makes sense, maybe we can go ahead and sell. If not, at least you'll know more about your home and you can sell it later. God damn it, that one I wasn't expecting it.
Put that shit on.
I know, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was. Hey, hey, here's the thing. It's all good. It's all good.
I know. I knew you were gonna bring that one. I was like, I know the first half. I forgot the second, so let me just wing it.
Dude, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, some of the best songs were freestyles. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah.
Some of the best hip hop songs were freestyles. So, look at
Andre, where were you when my home was on the market?
You know what, Travis? That's a fantastic question. I was actually fulfilling the promises to my seller to get their homes marketed, sold, and shown. I didn't even know your home was on the market until it expired off the market this morning. Scary, right? That's exactly why we should sit down, because after you hear my 21-point marketing program, I know you'll be impressed with it. So Travis, I'm available today at 4. Did you have some time this afternoon?
Boom. Yes, I do.
Put that shit on. Put that shit on.
Nice. Hey, Karima, we're going to take the home off the market for a while.
Hey, and if I came to you yesterday with an offer that you liked, you were still moving, right?
Yeah.
Is the home the only thing, selling this home, the only thing that's holding you back from making that move?
Yeah, it is, definitely. That's literally the only thing I got left, and then I can go where I need to go.
So how about I come over and show you my proven plan on how I can get your home sold, and it'll only take 15 minutes of your time. Are you available this afternoon?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. I forgot to say,
look
if
at
we
that.
sell, we sell. If we don't. But, you know, I feel like I did.
No, it worked, though. But either way, it worked. You got to the point, which is what we needed. So good job. Good work. Good work. Well, I think it's time to hop on some calls before, and I got to write a description for my listing. So I got to go do all this stuff. So I'm going to hop off. But great role play today, guys. And then, Karima, let me know if you want to do the one on Sunday. It'll be from 12 to 3 work for you?
Yeah, that's fine. Just tell me if Bella doesn't take it, I'll take it for Sunday.
Okay, perfect. All right. And then, awesome. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you soon.